Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins!
Welcome everybody to the third edition of Heights Hoopla. I'm Mike Glennon. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, both teams now have 3 games underneath their belt, 2 from this past weekend, both big games last night. So we talked to both head coaches to see what they thought of the first 3 games and what to expect out of them as they move down towards the end of the season.
Walking the path of integrity. Forever embracing a life in balance. Standing tall and confident. Leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play. With clear vision and a full heart. Looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete. Representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition, united by our values, determined by nature, uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
Welcome back to Heights Hoopla, everybody. With me now, men's head coach Pat Beeline. Thanks so much for joining us.
No
again,
problem,
Coach.
Mike. Thanks.
This weekend, you guys started out back-to-back 70-point victories in the St. Rose tip-off. What did you see from the team out of that?
You know, first off, I loved the way we came out and played in both games and able to get the win. I thought our defense was great in both games. And the second game, we had to make plays there towards the end. And anytime you can win that opening weekend and sweep it, it's a good feeling as a coach.
And you mentioned that second game. Guys fell behind, about 5 minutes left or so. Can you take us through those final minutes and just kind of what you saw out of the team that really kind of stuck out to you?
Yeah, we executed a little bit better than we had earlier in the game offensively, made some big shots, and we got stops when we needed to. Caldwell, very good team, a lot of scoring, and you know, we were lucky to get out of there with a win.
Big time win last night, home opener, I should say, conference opener. What do you take away from a win like that? I mean, you guys controlled every second of the game, so what do you see from the team in a game like that?
It was great just to open the conference play with a win at home. You got to protect, especially in this league, the home court conference game. So to start off with a win in front of a great crowd was awesome. I thought we played excellent defensively, and our offense is a little bit behind, but that will come. It's better to have the defense ahead of the offense at this point in the season.
A little bit of a quick turnaround conference-wise. You guys play again on Saturday against Southern Connecticut State. What's your focus going to be for the team over the next couple of days getting prepared for that one? Yeah,
same thing. You know, they're coming in. You know, we swept them last year. Again, a home conference game, and we got to protect our house here. So hopefully they're a very good team, NCAA team last year that returns 3 starters, so we'll have our hands full, and hopefully we can execute a little bit better offensively and guard the same way we did against AIC.
Awesome. Well, hey, good luck this weekend, Coach. Obviously, good luck through the rest of the year, and we'll be back right after this with more Heights Hoopla.
Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins! 'Cause we've been putting in the mouth. Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins! We only taking what was ours. So you better be the one that got us. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins! We gon' blow your mind. Let's go Dolphins!
Welcome back to Heights Hoopla, everyone. With me now, women's head coach Jeannie Castelli. Thanks so much for joining us again, Coach.
Thank you for having me again.
Besides that fourth quarter of the U.S. Sciences game in the first weekend, you guys played really well. What did you see from the team that impressed you over those first couple times out on the court?
I thought we had a good weekend. I thought against Goldie Beacon we really played well defensively, and we had a couple slip-ups execution-wise. So I was hoping that in the next game, playing U Sciences, we would execute a little bit better, which we did. And defensively, I thought we actually played a good defensive game. Tough to play them second game without a lot of preparation, but they're just a really good team that hit threes down the stretch, and you know we needed to stop those threes, and we didn't.
Understandable. I mean, they are the 23rd ranked team in the country, so understandably they're good. The big story, of course, and we talked a little bit about this before, but is the big-time win last night. Huge comeback win against AIC, down 17 at one point, came back and win that game. What does your team show you in a comeback win like that, especially against such a good team in AIC?
Well, it's funny because in the beginning they weren't showing anything other than the lack of toughness, and then in the end they showed toughness. So to me it was a tale of two halves, really. I thought AIC just came in and really took it at us, and we backed down. And then in the second half, I thought I saw the team that I felt I knew, more so than anything. I think we have a really good group of girls this year, a hard-working core. And I was very surprised that we played like that in the first half, but boy, that was an amazing comeback for sure.
It absolutely was, and of course you had two big players step up for you, two veterans in Michaela Roberts and Joanna Dobrovolsky. How is this team's cohesiveness, that again, because you see it on the court, you see it off the court, how do you think this team's cohesiveness is going to play as you guys move down in the future of the season?
Well, I would just say, in terms of chemistry and cohesiveness, if you don't have that, you have nothing. So, I think it plays a role in everything in life, so, it's just a big part in what all teams strive to do. I think that's been a big part of what we are trying to do this year. I think last year we were so young. We did seem to be disjointed at different times in games, as well as on and off the court. So it's something that we've really worked on a lot this year, and I think they know. I mean, I just think if you have a veteran team and you know why things didn't work out last year and what we need to do better, if that's one of them, then we better get after it. And I do think we have again a good core of leaders that understand the value of teamwork and chemistry and cohesion.
And you can see that on the court as they are always talking and supporting one another. Quick turnaround, conference game on Saturday against Southern Connecticut State. What is your team's kind of final preparation going to look like over the next few days for that one?
They're a tough team. We have three really tough teams, coming with AIC, Southern Connecticut, then we're going to Adelphi. They're all tough teams in the league. They're tough ones for us. So Southern Connecticut typically comes in, as a hardworking group. They've won against us the last few years, so we have to do a much better job on the defensive end. We can't allow teams to come in here and just shoot shots over us and without contesting them, boxing out. It's the little things. I keep telling the girls it's the little things that will always haunt you. And in the beginning of yesterday's game, it was just the lack of boxing out or getting after the loose ball. So this is a team we have to really do a very good job against. They're a hard-nosed team, very well coached. So again, tough one. That's any 10. That's
Sure.
what I love about but that's what it's about.
Well, especially in a conference like this where you have to play conference games so early on, it can be a bit of a test. Well, good luck this weekend,
Thank you,
Coach.
Michael.
And
Thank you so
obviously,
much.
we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for Heights Hoopla for our third edition. Make sure you check out both men's and women's games in action this weekend at Ted Grant Court, starting at 1 p.m. with the women's tip-off. We'll see you next week, everybody.